Good afternoon. We are going to be talking a little bit about Week 5 Patient Coding Scenarios, Part 2. And I don't want you to make it difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you. I'm not really going to click on a whole lot of things. We're going to go into the inpatient cases. So when you're looking into the inpatient cases, they are giving you, and I'm going to see if I can take this over there without it showing names. So this is Week 5. And I want you to open up these right here, the attachment CO2 and 3. And then let me see if I can get rid of these somehow. Alrighty. And then we will go into, boy, I'm losing everything. So just give me a second. I'm going to go into the academy and I'm going to go into the learning environment. And so we're going to be looking at these cases, then the VLab, and then we're going to be looking up some of these cases, so the inpatient cases. So the Week 5 patient coding scenarios, I'm going to give you one of those numbers, and we're going to talk about it just for a minute, and that would be 4,00500. I'm going to go ahead and close this out so I can show you again. I'm going to go into the inpatient cases, and I'm going to look for the 4,00500. Okay? I'm going to give you the answers today. So we're going to be looking at this. You guys need to have a piece of paper, write things down, and what you're looking for is the admitting diagnosis. Now the patient came in with pain, right? And you are going to code that periumbilical pain. You're going to code that correctly. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers. Hopefully you will be looking at that, and that would be in R1031. So normally I wouldn't give the answers, but I do know some students are really struggling, so I want to help you out just a little bit. So you're going to write down these answers, and then you're going to look at the principal diagnosis and why, and I'm not going to give you that principal diagnosis, you got to look at that at least. Then you're going to look it up, and basically the patient has appendicitis, okay? And then you're going to see what happened to this patient. Did they have surgery? It's going to talk about the surgery. The patient went in and they had a laparoscopic appendectomy. You're going to do the procedure code. I want you to look up those codes. And then I'm going to go ahead and add something else here because I have a lot of screens open here. And so once you're done, as you're going through all these areas, I want you to open up each tab. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and show you another one. And let me see. Okay. Let me open that one back up. And let's see here. Boy, I have many of them, so just give me one moment. Okay, I'm going to open this up. And so right here, and where I went into the clinical coding reimbursement. I'm going to show you where that is again. So let me exit out of here, and I'm going to get rid of this. And let me see if I can get rid of that. Kind of throw that one away. So I'm going back into the academy. I'm going to walk you through here, okay? So you're going back into the academy, you're going into learning, and then you're going into the VLab. And then you're going to be looking for the clinical coding and reimbursement right here. And then when you go into clinical coding reimbursement, you're going to go into the 3M login page. And I know this is quite a lot for everybody, but you really have to slow down. You have to take your time and look at each of these pages. It will become quite easy, and this opportunity is a really good idea for you to open it up. So you can do it a different way if anyone has a better idea. You can even do a video if you would like. And you're going to put in all the information. I'm going to give you my age. I'm going to put in, you can put all the information, and they even have the DRG Finder if you don't even want that. But I'm going to keep the DRG Finder in there. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and close some of this stuff out here. I'm just kind of get rid of everything. And I'm going to just say home. And I don't know, I haven't really looked at the information, so I'm going to just kind of give you an idea. So the admitting diagnosis I'm going to give was this one right here. And for those of you that are actually looking, that'd be great. And then we are going to, so that was the admitting diagnosis, and then we are going to add a diagnosis, and let me see here. Okay, and then I'm going to add a diagnosis. I'm going to add the principal diagnosis. I don't know if it's going to come out right. So then continue. So let's see here, the admitting diagnosis, and then we have the principal diagnosis here. Okay, and then we're going to look at the code book, and we're going to continue on with quite a few other codes. So as you see up here, you're showing a DRG. Now, I'm not telling you what that's right or not, but I also want you to add some other information on here. You can open up the code book, and I'm going to go ahead and open the code book up. This is really good information, and I can't seem to, I have it flipped on a whole nother page, and let me see if I can drag it over there. Wow. Yep. Let me see here. Boy, what a disaster. Yep. So you can open up the code book, and it's becoming a mess, and that's okay. I'm going to get rid of that again. But this is where you would find the DRG when you're putting in all these numbers up here. So you're adding an admitting diagnosis, you're adding the principal diagnosis, you're adding procedures. So I want you to play with this. I want you to take your time. You can also open up the DRG options, and you can change out things right here. So I want you to take your time. So I have 395, and if it's incorrect, we'll keep working on it, but I just want you to kind of get an idea. Open up all of these documents, open up some of these things, and it keeps popping up on a different laptop. I have several monitors. Let me see if I can drag it over here. Really, really cool stuff. You guys, this opportunity for everyone to have the 3M, it really is important that you don't think that you're going to get a really fast, quick fix. So this is a quick fix. I want those codes. I want to be done. I want to get done with this assignment. I don't want you to see this that way. I want you to see that you're going to take your time and you're going to look for these codes and you're going to look for the DRGs. So let me see if I can minimize this. But so when you're putting in these diagnosis codes, it's going to build that DRG, that diagnosis related group. So I want you to take your time. I want you to look at these. I want you to open up each tab. And I hope this helps out. But don't just, and I'm going to minimize this one more time, don't just rush through these, okay? I want you to take your time. I want you to open up the Academy. I want you to open up each tab. Go slow. Find your cases. Read it. Don't get so frustrated where you're asking for help. I do want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to stop. Is when I first started using the encoder, I really had to sit back. Even if I took a half an hour and sat back and played with the site, I can't expect everyone to stop and walk me through everything. I just opened up all the tabs and really played with it. So you're going into the VLab Academy. I'm going to start over just for a second. You have these inpatient cases that you are working with, and then when you're done, you go into the clinical coding cases, your clinical coding and reimbursement, where you're going to find that DRG. You can also open up this. It gives you information about it, the MS-DRG evaluation, and read about it. There's information about that. So let's go ahead and open up that up one more time, and then I'm going to be done. Alrighty, so I'm going to let me go back here. I'm going to open up the clinical coding reimbursement, and this is where you get to play. So I've opened that up, and I'm going to go into the 3EM page, and I love this. So I want you guys to learn to use it. Just relax, put whatever age that you see on the patient record. The one thing that I can also recommend is to get that second monitor, because even as medical coders, we have multiple monitors when we're working, and I would highly recommend, it's not required, but I highly recommend that each one of you get a second monitor at least, because this way you're looking at the patient record. So I'm looking at the patient record right now. You don't see that, but it's on a second screen where I can study it, I can look at it, and then I can add this information onto the encoder, so I can see whether the patient was admitted, whether the patient wasn't admitted. I have my code books in front of me, or I can look them up and I can do my research. But it really helps to have that second monitor. I'm just going to put I-10 in here. That's hypertension. I'm going to put I-10 in there. I'm just making it up, and you see the DRG right up here. It actually creates this for you, but you really have to put in the right codes, the right information to come up with that. So once you do that, I will let you know how you're doing, and I just want you to take your time. I want you to play around with it and get to know, open up all these tabs and just enjoy yourself. This is a great opportunity. Not a lot of students get this kind of opportunity. Not a lot of coders get this kind of opportunity. 3M is one of the best encoders. Our hospital uses Quantum, and I've heard many times that 3M is so much better, and I absolutely love it. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps the class. I'm going to go ahead and stop here and reach out to me, but I want you to do your research before you reach out to me. I want you to be one of those coders that take that extra step and actually check the system. Don't be in such a big rush to be done with it and to have the answers and to be done. And I can say that's me. I was that coder where I wanted to be done. I wanted to get it over with. I wanted to get the assignment done. Even when I was working at the hospital, I wanted to get it done. I wanted the answer, I wanted to be done. Don't be like that, you guys. I want you to be amazing. I want you to research. I want you to figure all this out. So let's work together and let's finish strong. You guys have a great day. Thank you.